allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I did add Mary onto the.
Hey, very good.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
The DeKalb County Economic Development.
Hey.
You,
This is
Guys,
you are.
the DeKalb Economic Development for February 19th, 2026. We received some updates from Indiana Department of Workforce Development, reviewing the labor force and updating the unemployment rates. Was pointed out, and these figures are from November report. DeKalb County's unemployment rate was at 3.8%. Statewide, it's 3.7%. Also was listed the top occupations desired by applicants was provided. I found this interesting that production workers, and these are the ones that jobs that people want. It was actually production workers, and all others was the number one desired.
Wow.
Also, business retention and expansion. There were 10 visits made to companies in our county, and then Colin, who is the director, summarized recent leads that he had received and discussing square footage and acreage trends. The need for warehousing was dominant in this area. Quality of place, land restoration update. And I have this bold and exclamation point. The mosquito control has started. Blue Heron began felling trees March 23rd and continued to clear that week. Side note, clearing trees allows for sun and more light to dry the area. Current plan is to pull the brush and debris to the south and do a control burn. All residents having property in the area and are participating in this project have been informed of planned activities. I would like to meet with board or a couple board members to review the erosion of Jefferson Street Bank, and then some ideas that I previously suggested to help eliminate delaying further erosion. A plan is being developed for a spring operation. Let's see, I have attached a copy of the Redlands update with this monthly report. Also, update on the DeKalb County Trails Committee. The meeting discussion was related to changing the plan of the trail route. Engineering representative presented changes to the committee. The issue that we ran into were right-of-ways were being difficult to secure, and they were mainly from utility providers, not residents, just so you know. And then the route changes then were approved by that committee. And that's my report for January.
thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you just want me to find them? I need to. This one. Maybe not. Yeah.
I forgot to make an inquiry. I stated that the debris and logs to the south. Previously, we've had discussion, Corey and I, with, Nate of the Blue Heron. And, that Corey or staff helpers could then take the logs because the treetops and brush will be burned there on site. But to take the logs to our,
Compost.
compost area in town.
Mhm.
Okay. I, told
Yeah.
Blue Heron that I would check to make sure that that was still a go, so I appreciated that. Thank you.
No problem. I did have, one of the townspeople asked if they could go down and cut some of that wood. Like, that's already down, or take it, I should say. And I told them that it would probably go down to the pump house.
Right. And then if it's me personally, I would, well, for the town, I think it would be a liability that people go to that site. Yeah, just because the way it's filed, there's quite a bit of it, yeah.
That's something where if you're gonna sign on, if somebody wanted to.
There.
do that,
We're not gonna be
that's what we-
responsible that we can get hurt down the road.
There won't be moving any earth.
It would be possible to get away
That's not gonna happen.
Cutting trees and all that kind of stuff, you know, I just wasn't made.
It would be possible to get a waiver to where they can put down, sign the waiver, whatever isn't allowed.
If they get hurt.
We have a waiver
No,
for
that-
tools and equipment and all of that, we already have a waiver in
For
place if you want.
contractors, the town.
Just
they-
But you
add
guys
that on.
decide that that's what you want done, that's fine.
Present a
I will do whatever you want me to do.
insurance Of liability. So.
Well, I just wanted, you know, I mean, when you're down in trees and
Well,
have trees and one thing, sometimes something
well,
flies up and.
I appreciate that, but yeah, if
Should not go to the pump.
any business the town does or contract with a business, that business has to have insurance and proof of liability insurance.
Okay, then,
Yeah, and that's a state requirement.
then nobody can get out and cut lumber or anything except like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that was my answer.
Right, and
Thank
that's what we just did that with
The
the,
ground, right, not at the compost.
at the compost, that, yeah,
Anybody can go down there.
right.
Okay.
Once it's moved to the compost,
Yeah, but down in the pit, nobody's allowed to do that.
no, and that's where, that's where they're, well, they're actually,
Okay,
Yeah.
good, thank you.
you're welcome.
So you've looked at both of these now, right, Randy? Yes? Okay, doesn't matter which one I do first. Okay. Okay.
You're the boss.
Okay. Okay. So, make a motion that we accept the regular voucher, general vouchers in the amount of $49,123.04.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I make a motion to accept the water vouchers in the amount of $9,688.34.
Second on the motion.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Take it from back. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just that we accept this amount, right?
It was kept the waterworks, thank you.
Okay.
And that amount, the reason that she funded
It,
for.
it did, both of them now.
So, we just make sure that Randy agrees. That's our spot.
I don't think we have to look this
We're
one.
doing our general.
Waterworks.
So, I make a motion to accept the banking for the waterworks in the amount of $229,643.16.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the general,
Yep, you're on it.
Griffin? Okay.
Yeah, I tried to put the tab where you,
Oh,
trying to find it.
I was looking back here earlier and that was one last time. So I make a motion that we accept the general banking in the amount of $658,416.59.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from February 17th, 2026.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And are you ready?
Andy, you have to do that one.
The
Appropriations
appropriation
also.
I think that you should always do that, but
Just asking.
Okay.
Yes, I can be.
Right.
Okay. Looks like I'm evidently on a timer tonight, I'd say. So I'm not sure that I can get through this. You see this stack of papers, this is conversation that took place on Facebook. I will agree, as Angela had stated at the last meeting when I brought it up, that it's not the town's Facebook page, so they have no control over what was said on there. But what was said by one individual indicates that he got information directly from someone on the board. So he either did or he's lying if he didn't. The information he knows appears to be that it did come from someone on the board. But all of the information he shared was definitely not true. So I will try to highlight a few of the points. If anyone disagrees with anything that I say, please feel free to interrupt me as I'm going. And I apologize a little bit. My wife had done some of this earlier and she is a little bit under the weather today, so. But, so what we started out with, and this was kind of following some other information there, so you are correct. To my knowledge, the town has not annexed any property or properties. However, the town has taken action to begin the annexation process of properties. Yes, and that property belongs to me and my wife. Since so much has been said about this by an individual on here recently, referring to Facebook, I have decided that it's imperative that I tell the entire story here for everyone to know the truth. One, I did not go to the town asking for services and sidewalks to be extended to our property. Did a town board member approach me in the parking lot following a Saturday morning meeting in Auburn and express the town's desire to extend sidewalks south of town to connect with the end of the River Greenway at County Road 64 to create a loop? Yes, he did. Did I say that I would look at their proposal? Yes, I did. Did I agree to it? No, I did not. Did the town clerk forward me a remonstrance waiver prepared for me to review? Yes, she did. Did the town board president follow up with me to confirm that I had received it and that it haven't had an opportunity to review it? Yes, he did. Did I tell him that my wife had opened the email to look at it, the remonstrance waiver, and saw that it didn't even have her name on it, so she wouldn't look at it anymore of the document at that time? Yes. Did he tell me that they would send us an updated document to include her name as a joint property owner? Yes, he did. Did we take any further action regarding it? No, we did not. Did the town board take official action by adopting a resolution to annex? Yes. It was approved by the board unanimously. Were we aware of any official action being considered or taken at that time? No, not until months later when someone reviewing board minutes notified us of it. Did we go to a subsequent board meeting to discuss the inappropriate action they had taken? Yes, we did. Did they eventually reluctantly agree to repeal and revoke the prior resolution? Yes, they did. The town's attorney then prepared a resolution to do so, and they adopted that at a subsequent meeting. Case closed. Until the issue has been brought up by others, not ourselves, during discussions on the ETJ over the past few months. We cannot control that. Most recently, the issue has received a lot of attention on a couple of Facebook posts. We did not intend or want to have any of this discussion here, but I can no longer accept some of the information and accusations being thrown at my wife. I believe some of you know my wife, and anyone that knows anything about her knows that some of what was said about her is definitely not true. Say it about me if you want to, but don't say it about my wife. And I'm not accusing any of you personally of saying that, so just make that clear. Does the ETJ have anything to do with annexation? No, it does not. But the previous actions of the board create concerns and confusion about the issues. That's for anyone to decide themselves once they have all the pertinent information. Thanks for listening. While this is shared as a reply to one individual because of her reply on another post, was in no way directed to her, but rather the community as a whole. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anyone have any questions? I know a couple of you had apologized originally. When my wife and I was here in regards to it. One individual on the board continues to bring up that he has documentation that we had discussion with him, and we did have discussion with him. No discussion ever said anything about what we was going to do except to look at the documents. So, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I hope that clears the record for everyone.
Thank you. Can I still do both of these two? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do this one.
This is the appropriations, just looking at it.
Okay.
Looks like to me.
This is the numbers. So you don't have to do the numbers. You're just looking at, so on your appropriation report, this is how much the miscellaneous, this is the fund report.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had that.
That's fine, okay.
But each one of these is gonna be different. You
Right.
have all the numbers for the appropriation report. You're just making
That's
sure
right.
nothing
It's okay.
looks like something's been spent that we
Right.
haven't, or
Okay.
something negative that shouldn't. That you're just reviewing, this is our budget.
Okay.
That our budget seems accurate.
Okay.
And there's no questions that you guys have on it.
So, you're good with it, right? Yeah. Okay, so I make a motion that we accept the appropriation report for February.
Second it.
All in favor? So, old business. I don't really want to talk about that one without Zeb though. Like what moving forward, what we would
Okay.
like to do about that one.
So you're going to table it for the next meeting if that's what you wish to do?
Yeah.
I mean, that's completely up to you.
Yeah, let's save that one. The next one, Bob, is the porch one. Have you gotten to that yet or no?
So you have a nuisance ordinance,
Correct.
which will likely address that. I am going to need some additional time to go through your nuisance ordinance. It hasn't been updated since 1984, so it's probably time to update it in any event.
Okay,
At a minimum, you're gonna want to increase the fines. So, give me some time and I will get something out to you about what your nuisance ordinance allows you to do and what suggested changes I may have.
okay. Then 511 Jefferson. That's Tammy's, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well. Randy,
So,
that's Tammy's, that car at Tammy's.
yeah,
This may help. These are more.
yeah, for a while there, she
upside
had a lot of
down.
stuff outside.
Ordinance for
She's taking care of that, but
not
the car, I
necessarily
think, is
affecting
son's, his girl, I think, it isn't hers.
That may be helpful.
Sorry, I
They
didn't give it
told
to
me
you
that you told them that you were gonna have
Okay.
to
Yeah, because
take
you're
care of it.
definitely looking at old
Never said.
one.
I haven't even talked to them.
Not Ben, Tammy. That's what her and Husto said, and I was like, I have not heard anything about that. We didn't discuss that in the meeting or anything, so.
I have not talked to them. for
Okay.
a long
Well, she said it was like 4 or 5 months ago when they first got that guy out. Okay,
Are they getting Ben? Is that what they're saying?
no,
Or they're just saying.
they
"I'm getting
said you told them you would get Ben to do it. And I went to Ben today and that's not an option.
Ben?" I was gonna say, I don't think he's allowed just to roll up and throw them away.
Right,
Unless we put it on an ordinance that it needs towed and then she'll pay for the towing.
that is an ordinance, right? I don't, I think once I tell them, that I think they'll do it,
Okay,
but that's what they were waiting on.
Yeah.
Now, 209 for the non-plated, did you send a letter to
Mhm.
them? And did you hear anything?
The only one I didn't was the porch because I wasn't sure what ordinance to put on it.
Okay.
I mean, so I just need some guidance on that. I have no problem doing it. I just need.
For School Street?
Yeah.
Okay. School Street. I don't really know what we wanna do about. If they're not even answering you.
No? This is the first letter we've sent them, so
Right.
we can always send them an additional letter. And then I believe in the past, what has been done is, you know, if they don't do that, then, you know, you guys can decide if you want to,
is it a dated letter? 30
yeah,
days?
they're dated. I can do
I'm
like,
saying it doesn't say in there 30 days, you have 30 days, to take care of it.
it says that if you, I'll just have the letter, so that way I'm not
I'm
misspeaking.
just saying some.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure I'm not speaking correctly.
Some of the ordinance do, they want to.
Yeah.
Up. And then we can send the second letter saying, 10 days or whatever.
I'm surprised they didn't even reply.
So the corrective action says to remove the vehicle from the public right of way or bring it into full compliance with all Indiana DMV registration and plate requirements within 7 days of receiving the. Yeah, probably.
Drink some water.
Water? I'll give you a drink, calm down, I'm fine.
I got probably here, babe, I just swallowed it down.
You're the perfect drag right to stop that.
Thank you, babe.
With the water?
Sorry to interrupt the meeting. But when you get to 81, sometimes things happen.
I'll give it.
And then it says failure to comply may result in the following civil fines and penalties as permitted by ordinance 1801. Towing and impoundment of the vehicle without further notice, assessment of towing and storage fees, and additional enforcement actions under Indiana code and municipal law. The right to respond was to be at this meeting. So, you know, I almost think that, and it's obviously completely up to you guys, but, maybe you have to sign for the letter?
Certified letter?
Yeah, I think it was called, or something along those lines.
So that doesn't say like a time, 30 or.
It says 7 days receiving this notice.
Oh, different, 7 days, okay. So.
And I included the copy of the ordinance itself with each letter,
How much was the certified letter?
like 609 or something like that.
Is that okay with you, Randy?
Sorry,
Send them a certified letter this time?
yeah, so that way that's it.
Can you put a PO box though? And maybe one thing you want to ask your attorney to conserve a PO box.
You're sending a certified letter, you're not serving them, so.
But it's, we're putting a certified letter, you can't put it in the mailbox, it's someone. They have to pick it up.
They have to pick it up, yes.
They don't have a PO box in this, so that was
Okay,
not.
okay.
Did you
Yeah.
send him there?
No, but- no, I think that's- Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was misunderstanding.
Corey, you got anything?
That sign was moved,
Thank you.
so that's good.
The stop sign by Ben's. Okay.
It all, I mean, it looks good, I mean, yeah,
Looked
just
okay
like
to
the
me.
one on Fourth.
Yeah, I put it at a 45, so everybody can see it, oh, no. Yeah, it's fine.
High enough for
It's
Ben to see in
centered-
his truck, okay, good.
It's centered to the best of our ability, didn't say much. I did want to bring up using the back over by AEP's hole that they're gonna be yesterday, we did good today. The wire on that line for our water is not traceable, so, I don't want to use the backhoe for that because this seems like it would be a high risk digging towards the water main.
Okay.
And if, you know, if you don't know where it's at, that's asking for something else to go wrong, something bigger, gonna cost more money. Couldn't look the town what to put out. Put eyes on them, that's bad. Before they do that.
Do you know,
If there was another way, really.
does he know when they're doing it? Do you know when they're doing it?
Their
They were
start
supposed to
date
do it
was today.
But I didn't see them over there digging.
They weren't.
And they're supposed to be doing 40 foot around the pole and 8 feet deep, and I know a water line is 6 feet. I don't know what direction, but you know, once we put eyes on it, you know, I can put GPS location on there and at least we'll know where it's at next time. I did call one of the heavy equipment. He said it's like $600 a day. So then for that,
How many water lines do we have left that we don't know where they're at? Do you know?
there's a few that I'd like to try and find, like, that one, that we're talking about, and, just on the other side of School Street, right by the hydrant where the bus is going. That's another one going down the hill. I don't know exactly where that one's at. So maybe could try and put eyes on that.
No, the school is part of our project, right?
No,
School
that's
Street,
the oh,
School Street, the water line. That's part of the project that we're doing, isn't it? Isn't the
I,
water line on School
On
Street?
the other end, I'm talking right.
right by the school, in front of it, across
By
from,
you, right?
Okay, so
By
our, the
West.
water line is from Jefferson to Washington. And we're good from,
We know,
Jefferson
talk
to-
about replacing line.
yes,
We know from, I don't know what you wanna call it, 60 or around Speckler in school. We know that is traceable all the way up to your house.
okay,
And when we replaced your valve, we've seen that it was new there, but beyond your house, we don't know what's new and what's old. I would assume that it continues, but there could be a, you know, coupler in there somewhere, so.
So,
Yeah.
but you're saying what you want to find is going down the hill and up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it makes, if it goes down school on your side of the street, it angles and then goes towards the road and down. I don't know exactly where that angle is or how close or how far it is from the road going towards the water tower, how far away the road stands. So I mean, you definitely could use it in other places if you're thinking of running it for a whole week. But that's gonna be,
You'd want more time to figure out exactly what you're,
okay?
you would want more time to find out exactly
I
where you
mean,
want
it
to go.
could take as little as 5 minutes to try and find it where I originally want to look, or it could take all day because you can, the needle in the haystack. I got a pretty good idea of where it's at, but pretty good to be on. That's, could be a difference of a couple $1,000 more.
So you want to just get it for a day? So they can do the evening?
It was available as of yesterday. Is it available now? That'll be the question, because they have it in, all I can do is call. If it is available, I can rent it at the earliest place, they have it ready.
Okay.
But that's up to you guys.
You say it's 600 and something?
Just
So they said it was $600, but I just didn't want to use the backhoe for the fact that once you hit it, we're gonna end up with another flood out here like we did here.
You feel like you need it for a week or just a day?
If you're wanting to do more around town, it makes sense, to rent it for a week.
Do you have that much that you need to find still?
If anything, we start cleaning the catch basins, I know it's cold out, we start working on that, getting those clean, there's stuff that can be done.
Utilizing it
machine.
for, okay.
We could find it within 5 minutes and go, okay, let's start on something else, just to keep it moving. I know I try to utilize this machine a lot because it does well. Less invasive, so. But I don't have a quote for a whole week. I have a quote for the day.
One day,
I know last time it was like.
1,800 for a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
If I could just share something with that. Normally, it seems like you pay rent for about 4 days and get the rest of the week free is what I have saw with them at Waterloo.
Like 600, 3 days. And
Mhm.
you thinking? I at least want it to be for one day, so you can find that one over by the school for AEP.
Okay.
But if you wanted to do some more, then
I think it'd be better if you had it structured to where we knew what drains they were doing and what water lines they were doing. Because the last time that we did it for a little while, it took long on certain things and we didn't get the drains done like we were supposed to. We were going to. So I would say just for this year and then make a pre-plan for a week with everything written down.
Next level.
You're talking about when we spent 2 days down here trying to find.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because when you had first originally thought you were gonna do it, you said, hey, we're gonna do drains. But you didn't get to it because it took so long.
Well, we're also, 9 feet in the ground and that stuff. In some cases, the soil can be, easily excavated,
Yes.
and once you get into clay, the machine works, but it's a lot slower, so.
So that's the way.
So,
So I'll make a motion that we rent it for a single day for it's the AEP project,
yeah, it's
The 811.
SurfNet.
SurfNet, it's an 811 project.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yes, Marty.
Yeah, speaking of water lines, the sidewalk in front of my house got damaged when they moved the modular sections in.
Mhm.
Okay, I've been told that there is a piece of abandoned fiberglass. That whole block from the main street down to Jefferson. On my side of the street, there's a piece of abandoned fiberglass pipe in there that needs to be dug up and removed. I sure don't want to spend $500 replacing that sidewalk to have, you guys have to come along a few weeks later and tear it up to get that abandoned piece of fiberglass out of there.
Okay, from what I understand, I'm sorry. It goes down the middle of the street on Fourth, doesn't it? The old
Right,
line?
you're talking with fiberglass being the water line?
Yes.
No, I was told it's a fiberglass water line and it runs right underneath the sidewalk, all the way from,
The main is what you're talking about?
I have no idea what it is. It's
So,
just a fiberglass pipe, so pipe that's abandoned, and I don't want to spend $500 putting in a new sidewalk, which
Don't-
I would gladly do.
if it's abandoned,
We're
I don't
gonna do
think we
the
have
sidewalk
any.
after you, okay.
Plans is
Marty
ready to-
plans on trying to remove
What?
it. The water line that we currently have is running down
I know.
the east side of the
That's what I
road
thought.
on the other side of you.
Yeah, well, I know it's not being used, I was told that, but I've also told like,
Marty?
Marty, don't worry about fixing it. On the Jefferson, or on that project that we're working on, we'll fix your sidewalk when we're done.
oh, hot dog. That's $500 I want to spend.
Right. Just save your
I really,
money.
You know, I mean, I was fully intending to do
No,
it.
nope, because
If it
we're
ain't,
gonna,
if I-
nope, we'll get to it
Okay,
with that project being done.
fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, do you have any? Yeah.
I do. So I had quotes. Gibson came and did our maintenance today.
Yes.
And, I was emailed quotes from Gibson about replacing our thermostat. I was also emailed from Corey, prices on the plow. So I really, these aren't mine, they're Corey's. I just have them to share so he could talk about them.
The reason for the quote on the thermostat is the batteries were corroding inside there. So that corrosion is just gonna continue to creep into the board, the hall.
Okay,
Yes, so it's gonna continue to creep inside into the board, it's gonna go. So they suggested that we need to replace it, it is kind of ridiculous, I feel that we could probably buy one. I changed this one out, so
and
it's basically
here,
what it's going on. But I figured getting quotes, not gonna hurt.
well, they're definitely gonna charge us overcharge us, so,
They were also talking about trying to move it, because they said it's a bad spot, because the heat ray coming down from the ceiling, the cold
Right.
air turns right there.
oh,
I mean, it's in a bad spot, yes, but it's been there for years, it's heating just fine.
I would be okay with Corey replacing it with those prices.
That's also with a smart thermostat that, is
Could buy them for much cheaper than
Am
that.
I missing something?
controlled with
No.
your phone.
Because it's saying our membership savings is
Yeah.
60 some, it's not really showing what the first. Yeah, I would rather we just buy one and put it up.
You can do that?
Yeah.
It's
no
five,
problem.
it's 5 wires.
The plow, we talked about it. I got a quote, whether we do it now or later, I don't think we're gonna see too much more, but I figured we get that thrown in there because we had to do a lot more welding on that plow with this last little snow that we had. So this, I hope, is gonna be the last use of this plow because it's in dire need of changing.
I wanted to wait. We'll see when it's off season, if I can find it like on a clearance rack or something. They do that, I don't know. Cause that's pretty big. So, but don't pull that out.
Yeah, we need that back. Thank you.
Yes.
I I have one more question to talk to you. I understand property lines go to the middle of the alley, correct?
I'm sorry, what?
Property lines go to the middle of the alley.
Depends on the easement. It depends on the easement.
Well, the wife and I want to do a lot of gardening work and so on. Well, now that we got the mobile home all in there and all set and everything else, we want to start outside come spring.
Mhm.
And I want to know how far from the side of my unit I go out. Because we're gonna put river rock and then plant grass and she wants to really make it very, very nice. And I don't want to do something and then find out, oh, well, you can't do that.
Doesn't it say that? on your survey?
What?
Like, how far out you want?
I have no idea. Um,
Corey?
I don't
sorry.
think we have an ordinance that says that they can't landscape it.
Do we have anything that
Right.
says that the alleys have to be so wide, you know? I mean,
Your plot is, they should be on your plot, original plot, how wide they are.
okay,
And it's not half owned by the folks unless that alley is abated. Then the half of it belongs to the residents on either side. That's was my experience here.
well,
Are you planning on putting flowers in the middle of the alley?
No. Aunt Judy wants to put river rock from the trail, from the side of the building, of the mobile home, outwards towards the alley, and then grass falling out. But
Is your,
and she's gonna spend a ton of my money.
is your river rock going to be touching the alley?
No,
Just a couple feet off of your trail, off of your house,
huh?
just a couple feet away from.
Yes.
And you should be fine.
You'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
Grass to the alley.
All right, I mean, she's got big plans.
That's
To
good.
make it, she wants to have the nicest house in St. Joe one time.
Okay.
all right.
No. You got something?
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago there, all winter long, I've been walking out past my barn. And looking what all I could have did during this time. I figure you guys probably go by smiling, you know, the whole time. And, but anyhow, the snow melted. Under the pine tree there's, I got huge rocks. Yeah, probably got 100 of them on the farm now, you know. And I was just wondering if I didn't know how the ordinance read. This has to do with the ordinance, landscaping. I didn't know if I could put them rocks around the barn and call it landscaping and work on the barn. If that would work.
We don't have any ordinance for landscaping. You should be able to do that. No.
Well, you're doing
And-
construction on, it, and I don't have nothing against that.
No.
But he's doing construction behind, and I'd be doing construction there.
Who's doing construction behind? Who are you referring to? Who's doing construction behind? I don't know what you're referring
Well,
to.
Who's he?
That's what I'm asking. Who's he? Like, what property are you referring to?
Well, over here where the landscaping's going on, you're the one that said it's called landscaping, but he's doing construction behind, it's land construction.
I don't know what he's doing behind there, sir. But, I do know at the last meeting, he did say that the building and planning people came out, if you're talking about Zeb. He came out because somebody had said that he had built a pond, and they said that he was not building a pond, he was moving dirt. So if you'd like to move dirt in the same matter, I don't know. I'm not building planning.
I was just wondering if I could put
I'll talk
rocks
about
around
this
both
one.
barns, work on them. I still don't know if I can, fix a fence or fix a barn door. There's nothing nowhere, you know, so I had a corner post the cows broke the other day, and can I replace it, or you know, according to you guys and
We
according to
have
the
all that set
the
up
other
yet, so
lawyer,
we can't say yes.
Right, because
anytime I change something, then you guys have the right.
You can fix your fence right there because that's not anything new. And so it's already existing, you can go ahead and fix that. But as far as the rest of it, we're still working on that and we don't have it all in place. So I don't want to tell you yes or no and give you the wrong information, but we are working on that right now.
we'll have a question about that when we.
Okay.
But yes, please fix your cow fence, that's fine. Where it's broken.
Do what?
You can fix the cow fence where it's broken. Go ahead and do that stuff. So,
I just wanted to ask when, are we like opening the park on June 20th, first day of summer? When are we getting the Porta John? I'm asking.
Oh,
That's,
no.
that's kind of.
That's, you
did
tell
that
me.
earlier, right?
Okay.
I'm not the boss of this.
Don't we usually get that earlier?
Well, that's,
Because usually it's there like in the springtime later-ish. Well, it's usually there before the garage sales and stuff.
right,
right.
so,
In the past, you guys have had me put the Porta John in April,
Right.
but ultimately you guys make that decision of when you want that. I don't. So
Well-
that is ultimately up to you guys when you want me to order a porta potty.
I was gonna go down there, fix the toy box, get all the balls in there. I got somebody to help me hang the, volleyball net correctly with hooks, so we can take it down at the end of the year. But I just kind of wanted to have it first day of, on the 20th. Put something out there.
I'm sorry.
June? Or did you
You
mean
said
March?
June.
You said
I'm
June.
sorry,
That's,
March.
okay. That's why I was confused. I was
Sorry.
like,
I wrote down, yeah, March,
So
sorry.
you guys would like me to
so you
order?
want it like soon? you mean?
Yeah, I would like it down there, and that way,
First day of
show
spring?
everybody they can start coming out and enjoying the park.
Then you guys just decide that and I'll call them.
Okay, is that okay with you that we get it out there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want a motion or?
I'd like to make a motion that we get the Porta John down at Wild Cherry Park. before March 20.
Second that motion. All in favor?
Aye. The second thing is I'm checking on the cemetery, the Block J, seeing if the courthouse has an actual reading of the corner where it's located as far as, so we could start the fence. I know Corey and Sam were looking for it last year. Sam said he found a fence.
Sam and I both found that one that we talked about.
Yeah.
But like I said, we can't do much about it, 'cause it's not standing up and it's still not.
So they didn't know if it was the accurate one or not. So I'm trying to get the actual longitude, latitude reading and see if we can get the corner of the fence started so we can put it in.
This is probably a stupid question, but is this confidential?
Is that what?
Is this stuff confidential from the lawyer?
Yes, it's from the lawyer, it's confidential.
Well, I did see one of them said cemetery. I didn't know if it'd be in there, but never mind.
And that,
You share amongst each other.
Oh,
well,
Maybe not at a meeting.
yeah,
Right.
Miss Al,
I don't know if it's in there or not, but
I know we had it surveyed,
just was looking at the tab and one of them said
just like all the other surveys.
cemetery.
I know about this thing. So,
Even if you have that longitude and latitude, and like I told you before, I don't think that's gonna be 100% accurate with it being surveyed for that point that you're asking for.
so were we gonna have A and Z do it, or did we have A and Z do it?
The
I'm gonna
cemetery?
look at the meetings, and we had somebody do it. Block day. But we don't have the locations, and they should have put markers on every corner. That's the job of the surveyor, is to put a post in and put their name at the top of that post. So it should be out there. So if it's not, we're gonna have to relocate and put it there. Okay? But that's what those are two things I'm working on. So cemetery part. in.
Yes, someone through A&D, Erin Springer, did the boundary. I will re-forward this email to you, so it's at top of your list.
Okay, thank you. 'Cause I'll probably send it back and say.
Sorry, I don't remember. If you don't remember, I don't remember.
Well,
I wanna,
I remember, but I don't remember exact, so, but if you send that to me, maybe they can get out there, get us an actual spot and we can,
I
Get that
just
done.
forwarded that email to you.
that'd be really great. I got a couple people that said they helped me put it in. I got the equipment, so.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you happen to get that
And,
Excel sheet done
of the time sheets, yeah, I have, not all
for
of
the
it done,
review stuff?
not all of it done, but we will be able to review it. I will send it
I think
for review. But yes,
Cause I look through all the time cards and stuff, so.
okay.
Okay, well, I want to put on.
Are we gonna make a separate meeting for that? Because that's what Zeb was going to do. I don't know if you read that in the minutes.
Are you guys taking a separate meeting for what?
In the board minutes that you read, Zeb would like to have,
Previously working meeting.
yeah, previous
To
board
discuss.
meeting.
The raise?
Last,
The,
And about the raise.
yes, the first thing you need to do is discuss the timesheets and everything in a meeting. We're allowed to talk about that in a meeting
A
separate.
work
from-
session.
Yeah. So we need to set up a work session that Zeb can make, so we can discuss it.
I took that as for being for the ENG, or the ETJ, not the raise, but okay. Well, I didn't have anything new either, so,
I do have one more thing.
uh,
I had a complaint about a dog getting off collar and, scared someone. So, I don't know what you guys would like me to do about that, or what I should be doing about it.
And we have an ordinance,
We have a leash ordinance.
they were
Right.
on a leash, right?
but if.
It
yeah,
just got
that's
out.
the thing, if they,
Oh, it's not, I don't think it was an intentional
Intentional
thing,
thing,
but,
but
you know, it scared
if
somebody
it's
and
an
they
aggressive
filed it.
dog, then.
Yeah.
I don't know, are they
Are they what?
aggressive or anything?
No,
they just look that way.
correct. And
I think it was the, response
So,
that he said that kind of freaked out more.
And
than
I'm not privy to, I only heard that, Justine got out of her color.
I was calling her Mama, I didn't know that was her name.
That's,
Mama?
that's all I got.
Oh,
But I experienced walking the perimeter today. There's dogs too at the end of Third Street. One's not on a leash, barking, coming. And the little boy that was sitting on the porch holding a rope on the other dog said, "Oh, it's okay, he just barks." And my response was, barking dogs can bite.
right.
And I just stood there.
All the way down by the cemetery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've encountered that previously too.
So, I mean,
It wasn't my dog, they were in dog.
So I guess I better have it
Okay,
understanding.
which side?
Dogs on leashes.
and that was, there was no issues off that. And the
Right.
young boy actually told, because the two kids who live on the alley across from
They got
Andrew,
outside.
they were walking home
It
from
must be all
school, they were
leash.
in front of me, and the, kid that was on the
I
porch.
mean,
said,
if my
"Go
little
get-"
7.5 pound dog has to
Go get
drag
whatever.
6-foot leash around with him all the time.
Marty, I can't hear her, sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, I just can't hear her. What were you saying?
The
there?
little boy was pulling.
The two kids who were walking home from school. in
Yeah,
front of me,
yeah.
The little boy that was holding the dog on the porch, the dog that was loose said, "Go get," and I didn't get the little girl to. But evidently it happened daily because they walked home that way from school, because they were communicating with the dog.
Braxton
I was not.
and.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've received 2 complaints about dogs not being on their leashes.
We have to talk
I
about
would-
that.
Like, how would you like me to proceed? Would you like letters sent to them? I mean, that's usually what we do with ordinance violations, so,
Right.
I'm just presenting them. Well, Mary and I are presenting 2 different ones.
But
Our dog.
That dog was on a leash.
Being walked.
So it's,
I know.
So the other dogs and just, yeah. That's all. That's the story that I got. And walked across the street. My concern was our dog has been hit walking across the street.
without the, yeah.
But anyway,
There could be, there's multiple scenarios that could have happened with
Yeah.
multiple dogs involved in multiple dangerous situations. So I
And-
just wanted to make sure that I presented it.
I would
Right.
say I'm sorry
Right.
of the response from my spouse. I do not apologize for my spouse. That,
A
Mary,
him thing.
whether he told you or not, it was my wife walking. the
oh, was it? Okay, no, it did
So,
not.
so, if you don't mind, I'll tell them.
Yep.
So they were walking, my wife was walking our two dogs
Uh-huh.
past here. Your husband was on this side. my
Should be a
wife's
send
on that
letter,
side.
just so that.
They had passed your,
And that doesn't happen.
female that got loose,
Well, I would
I'm
refer to
charging
you.
from behind, just full on running, and my wife turned sideways. was yelling, is your dog friendly, is your dog friendly? No response whatsoever. He, this is what I got, but he did. you know,
I think you don't
he
make a meeting right now.
He just
talking
bounced up
about
there and
that.
just
Okay.
told me,
Okay.
don't move.
Gotcha.
Oh, told your wife.
I'm
Just
making
told her
some
not to
notes on
move.
this right now.
Okay,
I
thank
don't
you.
know what he meant, like,
Well,
don't
that-
let the dog attack, we don't know.
well, that's
So-
where anyone is supposed to do that if they're not familiar with the dog.
So
which is
don't
what I-
move, and then it was just, thanks,
Yeah,
and then put the dog on the leash and walk away. So the dog charging from behind
and I,
scared her
Right.
and didn't know what the dog was
Right.
gonna do.
right.
They are pretty big. So I could
Well,
see like,
She's huge and to say she was running,
To
but
get-
anyway.
the other, yeah.
And it's true, the breed that they are alone has a bad reputation, so, but I appreciate that.
Probably a big baby.
I will apologize to you.
Yes.
It's
She
fine.
yours was too, but they do, I was gonna say, they do look kind of, yes.
I get that better, make sure that I have a clear understanding. Dogs outside must be on leashes. Even if
Unless-
you're there.
Unless they're behind the fence. Unless they're behind the fence that they can't get out.
So my 7.5 pound dog has to drag 6 foot leash around when it's
I
outside.
get that.
We take our little
I mean,
diaper.
I just wanna make sure I'm right, okay?
I think
So,
verbiage says that if you are off of your property, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that it says if you are off of your property, your dog needs to be on a leash and in your control. If you are on your own property and your dog is completely controlled, so if somebody walks up to your sidewalk and your dog runs at them, then you're not completely in control, then it should be on a leash. In my, but
okay,
I can give you a copy of the ordinance.
and, you know, my big fierce dog, you're with a whole 7.5
Is that all
pounds,
you-
you gotta, you gotta be
Is that all
careful.
you have?
They might bite your leg off.
Okay.
But I just wanna make sure I'm within the rules and regulations.
You didn't have anything, did you?
No, not on that.
So nobody, you don't have anything else?
I don't have anything else. No.
Do you have anything that you would like to share with everybody? Okay. Then I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
No, he was gonna talk to us about this.
I'm not trying to be ridiculous about that. I
He's
just
got
wanna
other
make
things.
sure
Just-
I'm doing the right thing, you know?
I'll get you a copy of the ordinance, so you know for sure.
This
Have we
thing-
not heard back from Brady?
That's not really necessary.
No.
And I wouldn't have asked you earlier if that,
About ready to knock on the door and sit in his office again.
do you think that like, or do we still have to have,
Okay.